Hey, what's up everybody? Hope you're doing well. Just decided to make a quick video today. Why? Because you got to keep making videos. You got to feed the algorithm. So figured I'd just give you guys an update, go over some of my positions, just talk about really what's going on with drip. I know a large section of my viewership comes for the drip content. So I'll cover what I think is happening and what's going to happen over the next couple weeks. If you like my channel and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. I've got almost 6,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get over that mark. So if you enjoy the kind of no-nonsense style content that I put out, then hopefully you will smash the like and subscribe button for me. So thanks to all of you guys who have already subscribed. 6,000 subscribers in a bear market is awesome. Okay, let's get into it. Let's give a little update on my positions. Let you know what's making me money. So Drip Network continues to fall in price action, unfortunately. So we're down to 33. We actually had some big buys come in, but it got down to 32, which is kind of depressing to see just because the overall balance of my deposits is now significantly less than what I purchased it at. For a while there, I was outrunning it, and now, we've just dropped. So what's going on with Drip and what I think is going to happen in the future? I've said this a million times. I don't think there's any token that can survive without utility. So even your meme tokens, they'll do good for a while, your Doge coins, your Shiba Inus, but if there's no real utility attached to the other side, eventually they will crash. Now in our case, you have to add in the fact that this is basically an inflationary system. We're minting tokens to pay people out. And of course, when you inflate the supply, the price will likely go down over time, which is what we've seen happen. So if we go back and look at the price chart, this is the most recent price chart. As you can see, just a sea of sells. There's a buy here or there, but not too much. But yeah, if we just look at it, I mean, here's the trajectory. Here's why people are selling. We haven't produced any utility at all. We're working on it for sure. It's definitely getting worked on. The devs are working on it. You've got teams that are working on it, but it hasn't been put forward yet. And because it hasn't, we still don't actually have the utility. It's just being created. So this is just, this is the trend. And I believe this chart's showing like the last 2-3 weeks. So 3 weeks ago, we were up at 65 cents. We've now cut that in half almost. And again, that's being caused by the psychological effects of not having any utility, saying stuff is coming, but never actually coming out with it. And then also just the chart. The chart looks ugly. If you're watching the chart and you're watching it continue to go down, psychologically, you're thinking, I better sell here before it continues to go down. The only thing that will change that is either some event needs to spike the price up. So people start changing the mindset and think, hey, I'm not going to sell today because in 2 weeks the price could be higher, and then in 2 weeks after that the price could be higher. So you have to switch the sentiment and change the psychology of what the investors are seeing, and then that way they'll actually want to hold the token. The other way, of course, which is the catalyst, is to produce the utility. So if you can come out with a UI, you can come out with a layer 2. I know we've been waiting for the lotto. I think it's called the drip drop draw. That should be coming out soon. So once this stuff comes out, you should see a turnaround in the price. And then it's just going to be a matter of, have we fallen too far to bring this thing back? And I personally don't think we have, specifically because of one thing, and that is you guys, the community. The community in Drip Network is strong. There's a lot of people that are like, I'm not selling until I'm a maxed wallet, or I'm still accumulating at these prices and everything. There's a lot of people still on Team Drip, and that strong community is what you need to have a good turnaround. So that's what needs to happen. So in a nutshell, what do I think is going to happen with Drip? I think we're going to continue on this exact trajectory until utility is created and it can create some hype, and we'll see a little bit different chart. If nothing changes, nothing changes. We're going to continue to go down and to the right as long as we don't have any utility actually being released. And we may see the occasional pop because of a bullish AMA or something like that, but nothing positive will really happen in the price action until utility is produced. So I'm hoping this draw lotto, which is a kind of a section of the layer 2, comes out soon, because that will give people a reason to deposit more funds to maybe win, people a reason to put money in the reservoir, which will provide liquidity, and it will give some people some hope that, hey, stuff's actually starting to roll out. The price is about to turn around. Why don't I accumulate as much as I can at 35 cents? Because in 2 months it could be $1, it could be $2. So anyway, that's what needs to happen. And I think we'll continue on this exact trajectory. I think by next week we're down into the 20 cents range, 20 to 30. And I think it continues to fall at the rate it has been, unless we come out next week and say, boom, the lotto or the draw is now live. The community can rally behind it. Of course, we'll put out content. Driptopian and I have already got some ideas of different ways we can collab to try to drive some engagement, buy some of these drawing tickets, win prizes live, give stuff away, just have a little bit of fun with it. But we need that stuff to actually drop. So right now we've got nothing, and this isn't FUD. This is just transparency. You should not expect anything different in the price action from what we've got over the last 12 months if there's no changes in the utility that we've had for the last 12 months. So hopefully that makes sense. But anyway, my Max wallet isn't worth as much as I would have hoped, but it's continuing to produce money for me. So that's something, right? Because in DeFi, a lot of these projects ends up being rug pulls, or they crash early on. At least I'll be able to try to recuperate some money out of this. And then when the utility comes, which it will eventually, hopefully we get a turnaround in the price. These are worth more dollars, and we get a little bit of more of a resurgence back into Drip Network, because that's what we need, technically, fresh blood. We need people to look at Drip and not say, look at the chart, Drip's dying. We need to have people look at the chart and go, whoa, Drip's on a major comeback. And then the FOMO will kick in, and then it will drive prices higher. Then we won't be minting tokens. We can find a way to burn a lot of them or send them to the tax vault. There's a lot of possibilities. Of course, we just need utility. So I'm thinking good thoughts, but I am not ignorant to the situation we're in right now. Onto Animal Farm, I just continue to DCA into this. I think this thing's going to be around for a long time, so I'm going to continue to play out the game theory. Right now, I still have just over 150 pigs. I haven't been buying too many pigs, even though these prices dipped down again. It was up like 83. Now it's back down to 76, so I might have to get more. But dogs are under 20, and so I've been loading up because when dogs tanked over the last couple weeks, that price point below $20 is just really appetizing to me. So I've just been chipping away at these positions. I've said I was going to do 1/3 here and 2/3 here, but now I'm kind of liking what it's building down here, so I could take the dogs B&B out, keep the B&B, and then stack the dogs back in. So right now I'm just going to try to get them to an even 150 a piece, or right around there, and then I'll go 200, and I'll just work my way up. My hope is that these are just producing a lot, and that I can continue to DCA into the pig pen. And this will produce a lot. I think I'm making 25 bucks a day right now, so the rewards are significantly lower than they were at the peak, which was like 27 cents per pig, but still paying out. I've got this piggy bank stake that's just about to expire in 8.5 days, something like that. So I'm excited to that, because I'm just going to stuff every dollar that I get from that thing over into the pig pen and continue to grow these positions. My most, how do I want to phrase this? I really like the way the Animal Farm is set up, because I can continue to earn this BUSD, the dog pound will earn me the B&B, and then the farms allow me to stake my other blue chip tokens that I really like, and I think are going to be 5x, 10x, 20x tokens in the next bull run. I just want to hang on to them. I'm going to keep stashing them away there, so I'm really liking the farms as well. Next up, Furio. So Furio, I'm pretty close to a max wallet. I'm claiming most days and compounding once in a while. The price is now just under 18 cents, so it continues to drop as well. What I'm doing, what I'm claiming, is I'm not selling. I'm putting everything directly into the Furio pool. So I'm trying to build up this balance so I can get my USDC every day. And my USDC on this balance has been paying me out about $13 to $14 per day. So that's not bad. I just get in here every day and I claim, and I now have that money in my account. And then every time I want to actually claim from the system here, I just click this button and claim directly to Furio pool. That provides liquidity. Hopefully that will stabilize the price, and then I don't have to touch that asset, kind of like the pig pen. I don't have to touch those LPs in there. I can just take my daily dividends in USDC. So I really like that. Next up, baked beans. I made a mistake with it, but I think it's going to pay off just fine. I just reinvested at the wrong time, too close to my 10-day window, but I should be good. Over the next few days, I will be ready to do another claim. I've already ROI'd in baked beans, and if you got in when I got in, you should have too. So congratulations. Some of the stuff we're going to get in is going to fail. It's going to be rug pulls, but if you got into baked beans when I got into baked beans, you have made money. So congratulations. Another one, dollar beans. Dollar beans, I have ROI'd, and again, if you got in when I got in, you should have ROI'd too. It's been enough time that you should have got multiple claims in, and you should be sitting in a good position. So I've got another claim coming up, I don't know, a couple days, so I feel good about that. Purple beans, if you haven't ROI'd, you should be real close to it, because this one came out, a little bit after the other two, maybe 2 weeks after the original baked beans. So this one's actually been holding strong. This bounced up, and now it's still at close to 31,000 in the contract balance. It's kind of paused there, so I don't know, not financial advice, I'm just guessing here. I do think it's going to last a couple more claims, so I think I'm going to make pretty decent money on this, which of course my whole point of this was to build my Matic bag, because I'm really bullish on that for the future. So again, if you got into this one when I got in, you probably have already ROI'd, and now you're in profit. If not, you're real close. Maybe this next claim will do it for you. So there's 3 projects. It's just funny that the miners, these just simple mining protocols are the ones that are frankly making me the most money. So more than anything else, more than any of these, long-term ones that are really well thought out and have a bunch of utility coming down the pipeline and everything. The Beans mining protocol family has been paying me out. On another note, I've been talking to the dev that did purple beans, and he's going to come out with a different fork, redo the DApp, make a couple changes. So that's going to come out pretty soon. I'll make sure to let you guys know when it's going to launch, and I'll make a video right on the day of launch, and hopefully you guys can get in on that same day, because as you know, especially with the miners, the earlier you get in, the better. As long as it's a trusted dev and the contract's in place, you should be able to ROI, unless the protocol doesn't get any traction. Nobody wants to get in. But I believe, I don't know if I'm allowed to leak this, but I believe for the next one it is BUSD, and I know a lot of you guys are huge BUSD fans, so that'll be fun. A lot of people didn't want to come over and maybe do this one because it's on the Polygon network and everyone's loving the Binance Smart Chain, but I think that next one will be in BNB, so look forward to that. Hopefully we can make some additional money. We got to do whatever we can in this bear market to try to get some money out of DeFi, and then we can double down and add that money to the positions we really feel strongly about long term. Next, of course, is Droplets. So shout out to DeFi Proof and Paris. This one's been doing well. It's got swings up and down. I'm about 80% to ROI, so I feel pretty good about that. I've got about 20 bucks here that I need to claim and then add over into the boardroom into this stake. This was up above 1,000, then it's dipped down, so it's swinging back and forth. I'm about 50% of what I had in here, but it's still paying out. It's still paying out every day. 33.93 days, what it's currently stated at. The price of lit will swing up and down. It was up at $6.30 or something like that. Now it's down at $2.74. Has a possibility of going right back. So I'm just watching it, and I'm continuing to compound the gains. I'll be really excited once I get to that ROI stage, and then it's just all play money. So I still need to do an in-depth tutorial on this, and I feel bad, Proof, because I know I told you that was right around the corner. I just need to find some time to actually make a good video about this that explains it really well. Right now I've just been doing the simple stuff, explaining how to get into GDS and lit, get into these two pools, and then of course take this GDS and stake it in the boardroom. But more to come on that. It is paying, and they burned more than a max wallet in tokens from the sale of the GDS. Every time you sell GDS, a portion of that goes to send a drip to the tax vault. So I do believe it's helping, and I don't think everyone who's in this is in drip. I know some people say everyone just pulled profits out of drip to put it into this, and that's where all the money came from. I do think there's a lot of people that liked tomb forks that weren't in drip or weren't big drippers and thought this was cool because it was a tomb fork and they already understood it, and of course it's got a cool vibe. So next up, Cat. We don't know what's going on with Cat. Listen, there's I don't know, some people are saying it's a rug pull that's about to happen, but they basically paused withdrawals for a while, citing some sort of regulatory issues. They've been asking people have been saying it's KYC, but it's not. They've been asking people, and you can go to the contract and put in your wallet address and see if you're affected. But to verify the transaction hash of where your BNB came from. So it's not really doxing or anything, not KYC at all. So anyway, I put my wallet address in. I'm not affected. I'm just continuing to compound for now. In the next week to 10 days, they're supposedly going to re-release everything. You'll be able to make deposits or withdrawals, or make withdrawals, I guess, or maybe even leave the system. but they just got to get through the regulatory issues that they're dealing with. So if that is true, and honestly, I don't know, this is DeFi, people are shady, this could be completely legit and gonna end up making us $1 million, or this thing could go under next week. I really don't know. It's worth the gamble to me, which is why I put the money in here. I've turned 2 BNB into 3.76. I'm going to continue compounding. This should be up at 4 in no time. And then when they unpause everything, assuming I can withdraw, I'm just going to start taking profits a couple days a week and get back some of that ROI. So I don't know. I still think the protocol could do well, but we'll see. That's part of DeFi. If you want to get into these things that are going to pay you a ton, you're going to have to take some risks along the way. And finally, Mischief of Fortune. This one's been doing really well for me. I love the new revamped UI. Just looks a lot cleaner. Got all the details, about $250,000 in there. Total $970 invested. I've made a total of $72 on referral. So thank you guys so much for jumping in using my code. But every claim day, I've just been coming in and I've been claiming. It's been right around $100, just a hair over. So I've been taking the 50 and just putting it back in. That just creates a new stake. So it's another 9 days, 2 hours before I can make another claim, but I'll do the same thing. I'll deposit $50 of that, assuming that it's about the same dollar amount, and I'll just continue down this road to riches. So really solid platform. The team is extremely trustworthy, so I feel good about this one. This is a little bit longer term play. But I'm just slowly going to take profits and get back to ROI over the next couple months, I think. And then from then on, it's going to be all profit. And of course, some of this money also goes back to the Drip Network. So that's the update for today. Again, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd love to hit that 6K, sometime in the next week. It wouldn't take much, just one good video. Hopefully this is that good video for some people. But that's just my objective breakdown of some of the projects that I'm in. It's funny, all the long-term ones that I really believe are going to go somewhere in the long term, they're all kind of suffering right now. And all the ones that seem to be making me money are just these quick, miners, quick turnaround. We know they're not going to last forever, but that's helpful. That's honestly helping to support my cause to just be in DeFi. Obviously, if you make investments at some point, you want to return on those investments. So this is allowing me not to claim Furio, not to claim a lot of drip, not to be pulling money out of those systems, because of course I can take them from these other protocols. So that's my strategy. I'd love to know what yours is. I have been looking into other projects. I've been getting 10 messages a day telling me to look into this project or that project, or a dev that reaches out and says, hey, you mind doing a review on this or whatever. I shoot most of them down. I just shot down a couple a moment ago. They both actually looked pretty good, with the as far as the functionality of how the protocols worked, with the exception of non-docs devs, and they didn't have audits. And for me, it's already risky enough. Audits only do so much, and doxing, of course, only does so much. But I just try to set out enough prerequisites that if it checks enough boxes, then it's worth the gamble, if you will. And if it doesn't check those boxes, I don't do it. And then of course I don't tell you guys about it, because I'm never going to come on here and explain a protocol or shill a project or anything like that unless I'm willing to actually put my own money in it. Because I don't think that's fair to you. And, if I talk about it and I'm not going to put my own money in it, and you put your money in it, you've got all these questions for me. I don't know how the protocol really works down to that level, because I'm actually not in it. And I just think that's the wrong way to go about it. So anyway, today was pretty much just a rant about my projects, but hopefully you appreciate just the diversity of content. Sometimes you just got to throw some stuff out, boost the algorithm. You can't go too long without making a video. So hope you guys are having a super great day. Happy investing.